Hey, what's up, everybody? Pastor Mike G with a Golden Word Nugget for you. Well, it's official. Springtime is among us. Wow, praise God. All things are being made new. Man, what was looked like ruin and just dead now is blossoming and coming to life again. I'm telling you, this is really a great time of the year, and I know you enjoy it as much as I do. But more importantly, this time of year, you hear a lot of sounds of tractors and equipment and so forth, and you will hear the sounds of the farmers tilling their ground. They're tilling ground this year, but not necessarily for a harvest tomorrow, because what's sown in the springtime is for a summer harvest. And every farmer knows it. So they're working diligently right now for something that will happen in the future. Now, let me tell you, it reminds me of what Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says, verse 1. Solomon was a pretty wise guy, we can all agree. And he said something interesting. He says, to everything there is a season and a time for every matter or purpose under heaven. Wow. For everything there is a season. Now, let me tell you, so now is the time for farmers to sow a seed. And it reminds me of you and I. Now is the time for us to check our momentum. How's your big mo? How things going? We're like, wow, we're entering the second quarter of this year. Spring is amongst us. We're seeing change in the air and all of these things. And how's your momentum? How's it matching with the changes of the season and what's going on, right? I mean, it's so important that we check that. One of the things I want to give you a key today, just a quick key today, and you can be on your day. But I want you to remember this, because keys gain access to stuff, as we know. You've got to have some key, and it grants access. And here's a key for you today, is that to check your big mo and keep it in full stride, is that you've got to make mental adjustments along the way. How many of you know? It is so imperative that we make mental adjustments. Yeah, when things don't work out the way we plan and assume that they would work out, we've got to make some mental adjustment. Man, I've told this story a few times, but it's been years ago now that I bought my first road bike, right? And I'm going to be a cycler, man. I'm telling you. And I had all the gear to match. I mean, I was really looking good. And outside of my long driveway, you go down a great hill, and I mean, it's just a good coast. And then, of course, what goes down, it goes up. And so on the other end of that thing, there's a giant hill to climb. And, I wasn't prepared for the hill. Let me tell you, I wasn't prepared. Why not? Well, because I've been just cruising along in my car, I never even noticed that there was really a hill there, right? In the comfort of my vehicle, and and no effort at all to climb hills, etc. But boy, when I was on the back of that bicycle, it was a different story. Man, I'm all dressed apart, and I get halfway up that hill, I'm unprepared. You know what I had to do? Yeah, you guessed it. I had to turn around, coast down, didn't have enough energy to climb the hill to get back home. And so I had to get off shamefully enough and push my bike. Boy, I was pushing so fast because I hope no neighbor passed me to see me pushing my bike in my good looking outfit and gear and all of these things. And I got home and I was so mad at myself. And you know what I did? I made a mental adjustment. I went and assessed that hill, and I rode in my car to assess that hill, and I found out how far it was to get up the hill and what it would take and so forth. I changed my gears a week later, and I took that hill. I conquered that hill. Well, what did I do? I made a mental adjustment. And I'm telling you, I'm not sure if your deal is cycling or whatever it is that's happening now that's not working out the way you thought. I'm only telling you that don't give up on it. Just make a mental adjustment. And when you make that mental adjustment, that's the key to keep the big mo. Well, I just wanted to give you this quick word today. You practice that today, and we'll do this again real soon. I want you to think about that. God bless.